Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're plunging into the profound depths of one of literature's most enduring and complex narratives, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Mm-hmm. A classic.
It really is. And this isn't just a tale of, grand adventure and swashbuckling
No,
escapes.
not at all. It's much deeper.
It's a meticulously crafted exploration of human nature at its extremes, the elusive pursuit of justice, and that often blurry, really treacherous line between vengeance and redemption.
Exactly.
It's a story that asks, what happens when an individual gains almost limitless control, when they are both the victim and potentially the judge?
Indeed. And our deep dive today is based on select, really pivotal excerpts from the novel itself. So we're getting a direct lens into the characters, their evolving motivations, and, the intricate machinery of consequence that sets this story apart.
Right.
Our mission really for you, the listener, is to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight from these gripping passages, to understand not just what happens, but why it matters, even centuries later.
Absolutely. We aim to dissect how one man's relentless pursuit of justice, or maybe, as you hinted, a grander, more consuming vengeance,
Yeah, that's the question.
how it unravels the lives of those who wronged him and the surprising, often devastating ripple effects on everyone connected to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try and understand the precise mechanisms of power, the long, unforgiving shadow of the past, and what it truly costs to wield such immense singular control.
And we'll examine the profound transformations characters undergo, the meticulous, almost surgical planning behind the Count's grand designs.
Incredible planning.
Right. And the unforeseen moral and personal costs involved, really for all parties. Prepare for a journey that's as much a thrilling, page-turning narrative as it is a deep study in human psychology and the complex nature of fate.
Okay, so segment 1, the seeds of ruin and the birth of a new self. We begin our journey not with a vengeful Count, but with the vibrant innocence of Edmond Dantès.
Right, the starting point.
Picture him, a young man just radiating promise, standing on the cusp of truly fulfilling life. It's a testament to his sheer ability and, well, his fundamentally good character.
He seems almost too good to be true initially.
He kind of does. He's a young, highly capable sailor, already earning the respect of his peers and, more importantly, his employer, M. Morel. Morel remarks, "Our friend Edmund seems to understand it thoroughly and not to require instruction from anyone."
High praise. Shows his competence.
Exactly. And this isn't just about professional success. It's about a foundational goodness that shines through everything he does. His personal life reflects this same purity. A profound, uncomplicated love for his aging father, and a devoted engagement to the lovely Mercedes. He clarifies with such earnestness, "She is not my mistress, she is my betrothed."
Very proper, very devoted.
And when pressed for his opinions, his political views maybe, he simply states with almost heartbreaking naivety, "I love my father, I respect M. Morel, and I adore Mercedes. This, sir, is all I can tell you, and you see how uninteresting it is."
Wow, that simplicity is key.
It's this simple, unblemished worldview, this open heart, that makes the betrayal he suffers so utterly shocking, almost incomprehensible.
And what's immediately fascinating, and truly a key insight here, is how swiftly, right after we see Dante's almost naive goodness, the narrative introduces the stark contrast of malice.
It's almost instantaneous.
Yeah, like a cruel foreshadowing. We witness the greedy glance of Caderousse, Dante's neighbor and acquaintance,
Right, Caderousse.
as he eyes the small pile of gold and silver Dante's has put on the table. Just, to reassure his father he's doing well.
A simple gesture.
But Caderousse's envy isn't just about the money. It's a simmering resentment over Dante's sheer good fortune, his impending captaincy.
He can't stand it.
Who can't quite conceal his bitterness, muttering cynically that to be captain one must do a little flattery to one's patrons. It's a subtle Venice jab at Dante's straightforward, merit-based rise.
Undermining him.
Exactly. This scene immediately establishes an insidious undercurrent of resentment, a hint of the darkness lurking beneath the surface of apparently friendly interactions. It's a potent reminder that success, even earned success, can breed profound jealousy.
And then there's Fernand Mondego. He's a figure just consumed by a raw, unrequited love for Mercedes.
Fernand.
He's not just envious like Caderousse, he's physically trembling with this silent, malevolent jealousy at Dante's betrothal celebration. He can barely contain the rage boiling inside him.
It's palpable, isn't it?
Totally. And Mercedes, she has this remarkable strength and intuitive understanding. She sees it. She directly confronts his simmering malevolence. She tells him with an almost prophetic clarity, "Fernand, You are wicked to call to your aid jealousy and the anger of God.
Powerful words. She knows.
Her words are chillingly prescient, really, as she foresees the destructive outcome of his malice. She warns him, to lose you my friendship if you are conquered, and see that friendship changed into hate if you were victor.
Wow. So she's basically saying, there's no winning outcome for you here, Fernand.
Exactly. She understands that his actions won't win her affection. They'll actually poison any relationship they might have, whether he succeeds or fails in hurting Dantès.
It highlights the corrosive depth of his jealousy, his obsession. It blinds him to any rational consequence.
It really does.
But if we really connect these early threads, these emotions, to the bigger picture, Danglars emerges as the cold, calculating orchestrator.
Yes, Danglars, the real mover here.
His motive isn't the raw emotion of Fernand's love or Caderousse's petty envy. No, Danglars is driven by cold, professional ambition.
And maybe a bruised ego.
Definitely. An intense sense of professional superiority. Dante's rapid, well-deserved promotion directly threatens Danglars' own sense of worth and his future prospects. It's a perceived slight.
So he acts.
He conceives the precise, calculated betrayal. He suggests the anonymous denunciation. If, after a voyage such as Dante's has just made, in which he touched at the island of Elba, someone were to denounce him to the king's procureur as a Bonapartist agent.
The perfect political weapon at that moment.
Exactly. For our listeners, the king's procureur was essentially a public prosecutor, a powerful legal figure. And this accusation is incredibly clever because it leverages the highly charged political climate. Napoleon had just returned from Elba.
Very risky time.
Anyone even remotely associated with Bonaparte's sympathies was instantly suspect. And his manipulation of Caderousse, it's chillingly effective.
How so?
Because it plays on Caderousse's fear and greed while soothing any flicker of guilt with this cynical dismissal. He remarks that one cannot be held responsible for every chance arrow shot into the air.
Wow. So casual about ruining someone's life.
It's disturbingly easy, isn't it? This scene, for me, highlights a profound nugget of knowledge. How ordinary human weaknesses, envy, greed, unrequited love, ambition can combine with one calculating catalyst like Danglars into a profound and devastating injustice.
It's a dark testament to the fragility of fortune and the power of human malice.
Precisely.
And just like that, the narrative shifts from celebration to utter devastation. We witness the swift, brutal arrest of Edmond Dantès on his wedding day.
The worst possible timing.
Imagine the scene. The joyous festivities shattered, his dreams of a happy life with Mercedes suddenly, violently ripped away. He calls out, "Goodbye, Mercedes, we shall soon meet again."
Oh, the irony. It's heartbreaking.
It really is. His initial reaction is pure shock, disbelief. He can't comprehend why this is happening. Then comes the crushing reality of his interrogation, where his innocent world just starts to crumble.
And this pivotal moment brings in Villefort, raising questions about justice and, maybe more pointedly, self-preservation.
Villefort, the deputy procureur.
Initially, he's presented as someone who could be open-minded, even seemingly sympathetic during the interrogation.
Right, Dantès explains everything so clearly.
Yeah, Dantès, with that ingenuous clarity, explains how he got the letter from Elba, a dying request from his captain. Simple loyalty, not politics. He says, I had no political opinions. I love my father, I respect M. Morel, and I adore Mercedes.
And Villefort seems to almost believe him.
He does. He thinks Dantès seemed full of kindness. But the entire dynamic shifts. Chillingly, the moment Villefort discovers the letter, names his own father, Noirtier, as the recipient.
Oh, that's the twist.
That's the twist. His internal murmur, oh, if he knows the contents of this, I am lost, reveals his ruthless, immediate pivot. Self-preservation kicks in.
All thoughts of justice out the window.
Completely. He transitions in an instant from appearing as rather a friend than a judge to the cold, calculating orchestrator of Dante's perpetual imprisonment. The accusation he writes on the register, violent Bonapartist, took an active part in the return from Elba. It's deliberately vague, arbitrary.
Making it impossible to disprove.
Exactly. This vagueness ensures Dante's continued confinement, despite his innocence, all to protect Villefort's own career and reputation. It's a stark illustration of how quickly personal ambition corrupts the very idea of justice.
So the grim reality of the Château d'If becomes Edmond Dantès' entire world.
The island prison, infamous.
Described as a somber edifice that from its grated windows looks on the clock tower of the Écoles, a fortress of despair overlooking the life he lost.
Torture.
The initial shock gives way to this lingering, desperate hope. Villefort's earlier seemingly kind words resounded still in his ears like a promise of freedom.
Full soap, the worst kind.
It slowly, agonizingly dies. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. 10 months and a half had gone by, and no favorable change had taken place.
The crushing weight of time and hopelessness.
This prolonged, arbitrary confinement pushes him into a profound, suicidal despair. He refuses food, battling the last yearning for life, contending with the resolution of despair. He clings to his oath to die rather than endure this endless torment.
It's almost unbearable to read. The psychological toll.
It's an almost unbearable period of mental and physical anguish where his identity is slowly being stripped away.
And this period truly illustrates a crucial psychological nugget: the profound torture of isolation and the deliberate stripping away of identity.
He's not just physically imprisoned.
No, his very sense of self, his humanity, is eroded by the endless darkness and silence. The external loss of freedom leads to this intense internal battle for existence.
And the system offers no hope.
None. The arbitrary accusation, the indifference, the political machinations, there's no way out through conventional means. He's forgotten, a pawn sacrifice for powerful interests. This utter despair, this complete abandonment. It's the crucible where the old Edmond Dantès dies.
Right.
And slowly, agonizingly, something new, something hardened, calculating, driven, begins to stir in the depths of that despair. A new identity forged in injustice.
And this right here, this is where it gets really interesting. Just as Dantès is on the absolute brink, ready to give up,
At his lowest point.
a miraculous sound breaks the silence of his dungeon, the distinct rhythmic noise of digging.
Hope arrives in an unexpected form.
He hears a voice, another prisoner, stating, "Since 1811, meaning this guy's been there even longer.
Incredible.
This, of course, is the eventual fateful connection with Abbé Faria.
The famous Abbé Faria.
Initially dismissed by the prison authorities, and even Dantès at first, as merely crazy, someone who pretended to know of an immense treasure.
The classic mad prisoner trope.
But Dantès, with his burgeoning desperation and maybe that spark of intellectual curiosity, quickly realizes Faria is far from mad. He's a profound intellect, an unexpected mentor.
A beacon of light in the darkness.
Totally.
You're right. The Abbé Faria is a complete game changer. And here's the profound nugget he imparts. Faria's true gift isn't the treasure, it's knowledge.
Knowledge is power, literally, here.
Absolutely. The understanding that knowledge, honed and applied, is the ultimate weapon. Faria, a brilliant scholar, a polymath stuck in a cell, undertakes Dantès' complete education.
Transforms him.
Completely. From an unlettered sailor into an educated, sophisticated man. We're talking mathematics, physics, history, and the 3 or 4 modern languages.
In prison.
In prison. Faria even boasts it'll take scarcely 2 years. This intellectual transformation is absolutely crucial. It allows Dantès to overcome the limitations of natural conditions. He even makes his own pens and ink.
Resourceful.
Incredibly. This isn't just facts, it's intellectual discipline, cunning, foresight, understanding human nature, society, the very tools Dantès needs for his grand design.
Turning the prison into a university.
Pretty much.
And then the dramatic revelation, the legendary Spada family treasure.
The stuff of legends.
Faria, who modestly calls himself a tolerable chemist, has meticulously pieced together fragmented, ancient papers to reveal the secret.
Not just a vague hint.
No, he describes the exact location on the small island of Monte Cristo and gives specific coordinates. On raising the 20th rock from the small creek to the east in a right line.
Like a treasure map. Precise.
It's a meticulously detailed, almost scientific instruction. This is the material means, the incredible resources that will finally let Dantès use all the knowledge he's absorbed from Faria.
So, connecting this to the theme.
Yeah.
This immense treasure, combined with Faria's wisdom and education, truly creates the formidable Count of Monte Cristo.
The persona is born.
It's not just about wealth. It's about the means to execute a grand, long-term plan needing boundless resources and unparalleled understanding. The intellectual and physical metamorphosis is complete. The raw, naive sailor becomes a patient, calculating, supremely capable individual.
Ready to play the game.
Ready to wield power far beyond his original imagination, prepared for the intricate, long game of retribution. This whole segment, Betrayal to Enlightenment, highlights a powerful truth. Profound adversity, met with relentless curiosity and mentorship, can forge someone of unprecedented capability.
It's the dark alchemy of suffering transmuted into power.
Well put.
Okay, segment 2. The threads of vengeance and justice. The escape from the Château d'If. It's just harrowing. A desperate, unimaginable gamble that shows Dantes' new resolve.
Utterly cinematic.
He transforms Faria's last winding sheet, his burial shroud, into his escape vessel.
Incredible. Morbid, but brilliant.
He recounts the terrifying moments at sea, tied in the sack, struggling for life, feeling the water passed over his head and the sky turned gray. It's utter desperation, a rebirth through near death.
Emerging, utterly changed. And what's truly fascinating here, a crucial aspect, is the profound physical and psychological rebirth.
He's unrecognizable.
Totally. Not just to others, but crucially to himself. He observes, it was impossible that his best friend could recognize him. He could not recognize himself.
Wow.
His body transforms. To the elegance of a nervous and slight form had succeeded the solidity of a rounded and muscular figure. His senses are heightened, almost animalistic. His eyes had acquired the faculty of distinguishing objects in the night.
Like a predator.
Exactly. This radical transformation signals not just survival, but the forging of a new, formidable identity suited for his mission. It speaks to extreme adaptation under duress.
And his journey to Monte Cristo is equally meticulous, showing his new cunning. He feigns injury to be left alone by the smugglers who rescued him.
Smart move.
Telling them, I would rather do so than suffer the inexpressible agonies which the slightest movement causes me. Simple deception, but effective.
Plays on their assumptions.
Then the dramatic moment. He utters, "Open sesame," echoing Faria's story, and finds the flagstone covering the cave entrance. Strikes an iron substance, the chest.
The payoff.
The immense fortune is finally his, the literal key to his future power.
And this section vividly showcases the transition, victim to master, how knowledge, strategy, and resources combine to create someone who can manipulate destiny.
He starts building the persona.
Absolutely. The deliberate establishment of his new identity is paramount. First, Sinbad the sailor to the smugglers, legendary. Later, the mysterious, wealthy Count of Monte Cristo.
Aristocratic, powerful.
His acquisition of the yacht in Genoa paying more than asked, a casual display of wealth, and his strategic return to Marseille using an English passport to avoid scrutiny. It all highlights his newfound mastery.
Foresight, control.
Exactly. He's no longer reacting, he's orchestrating.
Now, here's where we see a crucial ethical anchor, right? A contrast to the vengeance path.
Yes, the Morel situation, it's vital.
His very first major intervention after getting the treasure is saving M. Morel, his former employer. Morel is depicted as honorable, upright, a good man.
A beacon of integrity.
But his shipping house is ruined, lost 4 or 5 vessels, and suffered by 3 or 4 bankruptcies. Facing utter devastation, but he maintains his noble resignation, refuses to beg from Danglars.
The irony there, Danglars benefiting from his downfall.
It's a profound testament to Morel's character honor over survival.
And the depth of Morel's despair amplifies the Count's intervention. The pressure. 287,500 francs in liabilities. An immense sum. His family's anxiety is palpable.
Crushing weight.
He makes the agonizing decision to commit suicide rather than face dishonor, preparing his will, securing pistols, while his daughter Julie and wife silently watch his despair.
They know what he's planning.
It illustrates his integrity in the desperate situation. He represents the victim who simply can't comprehend the world's cruelty.
And this is where the dramatic intervention happens. A seemingly miraculous reprieve.
Enter Thompson and French.
The confidential clerk, the Count in disguise, of course, grants Morel a 3-month reprieve. A lifeline.
Pulled from the jaws of bankruptcy.
His daughter Julie plays a key role, receiving the mysterious letter signed Sinbad the Sailor with the cryptic instruction. Do exactly what the letter bids you, however strange it may appear.
Building suspense. Reliance on trust in a mysterious benefactor.
It's a calculated act of compassion, carefully timed.
And the stunning climax. It's truly remarkable. On the very day Morel plans his suicide, the day the deadline expires.
What happens?
A new Pharaon arrives, the exact duplicate of the other, laden with goods, sailing into the harbor like a miracle.
Unbelievable.
Not just the ship restored, but the debts paid, including the return of that rouleau of 100 francs and the red silk purse from old Dantès, recovered from the start of his imprisonment.
Wow, closing the loop.
This isn't just financial aid, it's an act of sublime gratitude. To the Morels, it feels like divine intervention, reaffirming their faith.
A crucial ethical anchor.
Exactly. It shows us, the listener, that his power can be used for profound good, driven by the memory of genuine kindness and loyalty. His journey isn't solely destruction. It includes this profound benevolence.
Okay, so with Morel saved, his moral compass may be slightly reset. The Count shifts focus back to his enemies, starting with Danglars.
Back to the plan.
We first see the Count showcasing his control in Rome, with Franz and Albert. He demonstrates mastery even over a notorious bandit chief, Luigi Vampa. Casually states, "I had known the famous Vampa for more than 10 years.
Not just a boast.
Hmm.
A hint at his network, his reach beyond mere wealth.
Into the underworld."
And what's fascinating is how he controls Vampa. He'd previously shown Vampa mercy, establishing a debt of gratitude, giving him unparalleled influence.
Ah, so it's calculated.
Completely.
Yeah.
The effortless rescue of Albert from Vampa's clutches, where the Count casually paid 20,000 francs for his release.
A huge sum.
It immediately establishes his vast wealth and mysterious power to the Parisian elite. It's a meticulously calculated display, setting the stage, building his myth before he strikes, cultivating a reputation of boundless resources and almost supernatural ability.
Laying the groundwork.
Precisely.
Once in Paris, he integrates into high society, observing his targets, gathering intelligence. His financial manipulation of Danglars is chilling in its precision.
The psychological games?
Remember the dappled grays? Madame Danglars' own prized horses, sold to him, then returned as a whimsical gift.
Oh, that's cool.
It highlights his complete, intimate knowledge of their affairs, their possessions, their weaknesses. It's subtle psychological torment. He's showing them without saying a word, "I know everything about you."
Playing with their minds, not just their money.
Right.
And this raises the question, how does he gain such control of information to dismantle Danglars' empire? We see his precise knowledge about volatile investments, like Don Carlos and the Spanish bonds.
Insider trading, basically.
On a whole other level. He subtly feeds this intelligence to Debray, the Baroness's lover, knowing Debray will act on it, leading Danglars to lose 500,000 francs.
Ouch.
This isn't random speculation, it's deliberate destabilization via unparalleled control of intelligence, even manipulating telegraphic dispatches.
The cutting-edge tech of the day.
He gains access, alters messages, controls the information flow driving the stock market. He uses the very financial systems Danglars worships to destroy him from within. Danglars becomes the architect of his own ruin.
Now let's turn to Villefort, a man whose career is built on Dantès' destruction and his own dark secrets.
The pillar of injustice, in many ways.
The Count orchestrates a haunting revelation through Bertuccio, his Corsican steward with a hidden past. The house at Auteuil, which the Count deliberately buys.
Not for the view, clearly.
No, for its hidden history, it becomes the stage. Bertuccio, terrified, tormented by memory, reveals the crime he committed there years ago, stabbing Villefort and burying an infant Villefort's illegitimate child whom he thought was dead. He recounts the scene. "The child was born, was given to me motionless, breathless, voiceless. We thought it dead."
And buying the house itself. That's brilliant psychological warfare.
Isn't it? It symbolizes the Count's pervasive presence, his intent to bring hidden truths to light, forcing enemies to confront their past.
He makes Bertuccio revisit the scene, knowing it will force the story out, revealing Villefort's darkest secret. Bertuccio's discomfort, his chilling thought he might be standing on the very grave in which lies Monsieur de Villefort.
It reflects the moral decay, the cycle of revenge.
The Count doesn't just punish, he forces confrontation with past actions and their consequences. This segment really shows the methodical genius of his revenge, using wealth, knowledge, psychological manipulation to dismantle lives by exposing the very secrets they tried to bury.
Secrets become the instruments of destruction.
Exactly.
Okay, segment 3. The consequences and costs of a grand design. Now, the direct attack on Fernand Mondego, the man whose envy started it all.
The Count of Morcerf now.
Right. Ascended through monstrous betrayal, building his fortune and status on a lie that echoes Dantès' own suffering. The Count introduces Haiti.
The living proof.
He calls her his slave, whom I bought at Constantinople, but she's really an adopted daughter and a crucial instrument of justice, a direct link to Fernand's past crimes in Greece.
Haiti's role is absolutely pivotal, not just a character, but a narrative device. She delivers devastating testimony, turning private horror into public spectacle.
How does she do it?
She stands before a Parisian tribunal, publicly denounces him. He sold my father to the Turks, and the fortune he boasts of was the price of his treachery.
Wow. Publicly shamed.
This denunciation gets published in Beauchamp's journal, a society paper, exposes Morcerf's true, sordid past to everyone. It demonstrates how, as the novel says, things which in the evening look dark and obscure appear but too clearly in the light of morning.
For a man like Morcerf, obsessed with honor.
Public disgrace is worse than death. It strips away his reputation, his honor, leaves him ruined, exposes the rotten core beneath the glitter, its calculated destruction of reputation, often more painful than physical harm.
Turning to the grim, terrifying events in the Villefort household, we see this insidious series of mysterious deaths.
It gets really dark here.
The Marquise de Saint-Méran, then her husband, Villefort's in-laws, die suddenly, inexplicably. Dr. d'Avrigny, the family doctor, a man of science.
He suspects foul play.
Right. He makes a chilling diagnosis, noting grief may kill, although it rarely does, and never in a day, never in an hour, never in 10 minutes, directly implying poison.
The atmosphere becomes one of insidious dread. Suspicion festers. The killer is among them.
Classic locked room feel, almost.
And this is where the Count's masterful, almost Machiavellian manipulation of Madame de Villefort truly shines.
Well, it doesn't do it himself, though.
No. He subtly guides her actions, exploiting her existing moral failings, her desperate ambition for her son. In a chilling, almost academic chat, he discusses brucine, a slow-acting poison.
Explaining how to use it.
Explaining how gradual dosing could build immunity, while a single fatal dose would kill an unsuspecting person. He tells her, calmly, analytically, at the end of a month, when drinking water from the same carafe, you would kill the person who drank with you.
That's not just instruction, it's suggestion. Planting the seed.
Exactly. He turns her fears and desires for her son's inheritance into her weapon. She thinks she's in control, but he sealed her fate by her own hand, using her avarice against her.
He's just the catalyst.
He acts as a catalyst, exploiting their existing failings, providing the opportunity for hidden vices to come out and consume them.
And amidst this darkness, Dortier, Villefort's paralyzed father, provides this silent yet profoundly powerful intervention.
Incredible character.
Despite complete physical limitations, only moving his eyes, he communicates through a meticulously devised alphabet, spelling out words.
Genius within paralysis.
He uses this to expose the poisoner, Madame de Villefort, and crucially to save Valentine's life by swapping her poisoned medicine.
Protecting his granddaughter.
His determination to protect Valentine is stronger than the schemes around him, even from his immobilized state. It's a remarkable display of mental fortitude, love, and spirit fighting the moral decay.
And this whole tragic chain of events in the Villefort house demonstrates a key insight. The profound moral corruption festering within these families.
So the Count just speeds it up.
He accelerates the inevitable. He doesn't introduce new evils. He exploits existing ones. It underscores how buried secrets and crimes inevitably surface, bringing a terrifying indirect justice.
And the consequences ripple out.
Affecting everyone, even the seemingly innocent. Highlighting the interconnectedness of fate and the pervasive nature of guilt. It's a disturbing portrait of a family devouring itself.
So, after orchestrating all this intricate, devastating retribution, dismantling lives piece by piece, what's the ultimate cost to the Count himself?
The big question.
It hangs heavy over the final chapters, the core dilemma. His former betrothed, Mercedes.
The love of his youth.
She recognizes him despite everything. Their poignant reunion is filled with unspoken pain, regret, a raw wound reopened. And she asks him directly, "But now you are happy."
And his reply? It's perhaps one of the most ambiguous and profound lines in the novel.
What does he say?
He states, "Doubtless, since no one hears me complain." And then, "My present happiness equals my past misery."
That's not exactly a yes, is it?
Not at all. It suggests that even perfectly executed revenge, retribution bordering on the divine, doesn't guarantee peace, fulfillment, or healing.
A void remains.
His immense power and success are balanced by a deep, enduring internal void, a profound loneliness. His choice to adopt Haiti, stating he has no one else to love in the world, hints at tragic isolation despite his power.
He got his revenge,
But it hasn't necessarily healed his soul. It might have created a new kind of emptiness. Can a life devoted to vengeance, however justified, ever truly be happy?
A powerful question. And this is where Maximilien Morel serves as that vital counterpoint, almost a moral anchor.
This is the son of the man he saved.
He represents uncorrupted loyalty, unwavering affection, a different kind of human connection. Maximilien feels an instinctive affection for the Count, drawn to him despite not knowing his identity or the source of his help.
He senses something more.
He feels a secret voice seems to whisper to me that there must be something more than chance in this unexpected reciprocity of friendship.
Maximilian's purity of heart, his loyalty, his devotion, they're perhaps the only things that can truly touch the Count's hardened spirit.
Offering a glimpse of redemption?
Maybe. A path beyond vengeance, a hope for true, uncomplicated human connection. And this final thread, this relationship with Maximilian, raises the most profound questions of our whole deep dive. Has the Count, in his relentless, almost biblical pursuit of justice,
Become what he fought against.
yeah, an unforgiving, cold manipulator of lives, playing God with destiny? Is his elaborate revenge a form of divine retribution, balancing the scales in a world lacking justice?
Or just obsession.
Or is it a consuming, ultimately unsatisfying obsession that leaves him as tormented as those he punishes, just differently? The novel, in these closing moments, doesn't give easy answers.
It leaves it to us.
It compels us, the listeners, to ponder the true meaning of justice, the possibility of expiation, and the profound, often tragic, personal cost of wielding such immense power, no matter how righteous the cause seems.
Can judgment ever bring peace to the judge?
It leaves us wondering exactly that. Can the act of punishment, however deserved, ever truly bring peace to the soul of the one who delivers it?
What an incredible, profound journey we've taken today. From the tragic downfall of an innocent sailor to the calculated, almost terrifying rise of the enigmatic Count of Monte Cristo. We've explored, in pretty intricate detail, how a meticulously crafted plan for revenge, fueled by injustice, could systematically unravel the lives of the betrayers, demonstrating the long-reaching, inescapable consequences of malice.
And what's truly fascinating is how the Count operates as this almost superhuman force of nature,
Yeah.
using intellect, resources, understanding of human nature to expose the hidden truths, the secrets underpinning society's facade.
Yeah.
It raises an important, maybe uncomfortable question. In a world prone to deceit, corruption, unpunished injustice, is such a singular, powerful figure, a self-appointed arbiter of fate, a necessary evil?
Or is it just too dangerous?
Or does his journey illustrate the inherent corrupting danger of playing God?
The story really forces us to consider that fine, almost invisible line between justice, the righteous application of law, morality, and what just descends into simple destructive vengeance.
Can true, lasting peace ever be found through the calculated destruction of others, no matter how deserving they seem?
It seems unlikely.
This deep dive into the source material, with its rich tapestry of betrayal, transformation, retribution, it shows us that while the quest for vengeance can be all-consuming, perhaps the most profound impact isn't on those punished.
But on the punisher.
Exactly. On the very soul of the one who delivers it.
Yeah.
It's a cautionary tale as much as it is a triumphant one, in a way.
So ultimately, what stands out to you, the listener, about the choices made by Dantès, the justice delivered, and the enduring power of a meticulously crafted plan that spanned decades? What would you have done if you were Edmond Dantès? A tough question to end on.
Subscribe to the Timeless Tales podcast. Your stories, your time.